These are just on hinges, and I like them loose because depending on your slant of how you're parked, you can adjust it some with the onto here.
Hello everyone, I'm Autumn Jerumbo, a roving reporter with CheapRVliving. Today we are here with Debbie. Hi Debbie.
Hi.
And we are going to check out her beautiful Dodge Grand Caravan. Debbie, I'm curious to hear a little bit about your nomadic experience.
Well, I started when my sister that was living with me had to go into assisted living for her health reasons. And I had been looking at tiny homes online. They fascinated me. And then Bob Wells popped up with a van build. And it looked so easy to just start with a minivan. And I thought, well, I'll start with a minivan. If I need to do something different in a couple of years after I look at other people's rigs, I will. But I've just managed to stay in the minivan. I didn't find anything else I wanted.
So it ended up just working out really well for you.
Yeah, adding the high top changed everything. Because otherwise I might have gotten tired of not being able to stand up. And part of the time, I probably would have looked for a small trailer. I've never towed anything, and I thought, God, at this late date, do I want to fight with learning how to do that? There's a lot you got to think about, even traveling. Where can I stay? Where do I get, how to get gas pulling something? It just seemed real complicated. When I got mine, you could only get a 12-inch for a Grand Caravan. Now they go up to like 1620.
How much was this?
Okay, it was $5,000 for the whatever you call it, the actual high top. I paid extra to have the reinforced roof. They spray it with wood stuff, and that was $500. Then I also paid another couple of $100 to have them spray the white fiberglass on the inside, so it'd be lighter in there.
How long have you been on the road?
Well, it's almost coming on 6 years.
6 years.
I've had the high top since almost 2.5 years.
Okay.
So I did several years without it.
What was it that led you to want to give this experience a try?
Well, that's when Howa started. I started reading about Howa, and they were going to have these caravans. So I didn't feel like I had to rush out and be all by myself, because I've never done any camping.
Well, I'd love to check out your setup. And is it okay if we take a look?
Sure.
Okay, great.
Welcome to my 2013 Dodge Grand Caravan. These are the WeatherTech things, and they're reversible. So when it's hot, you have this side out, and when you want to retain heat inside, you use the black side. And those have been great. These are great. This is because when you have a sliding door, it has that metal piece right here.
Oh yeah.
So you can't really do those slide-on ones. So I hunted around, and these are great. They have a piece of elastic here that you just clip on, and when you close it, it seals it.
Did you order these online or?
Amazon.
On
Yeah.
Amazon, excellent.
The bed only goes to here, and in front of that is my fridge.
Oh.
So with cushions, it's all one place, but that gave me a little more room over here.
Absolutely. Plus, I imagine that's a little extra insulation for your fridge.
Yeah, because I have all that stuff on top.
Can I ask what your mattress is?
It's a 3-inch high-density foam, and it's comfortable. I used to have a 6-inch memory foam. I like this better. It's easy to cut, bread knife or electric knife if you have it. Okay, this was the thing I started doing this year. This is a Boxio toilet, Boxio. It's on Amazon. It's like a small, really small composting toilet, which is hard to be able to have in a minivan.
Yeah.
I've loved it. It feels the closest to, because you don't have the hassle of pouring pee, into bottles.
Right.
You can go for several days, it has a bottle in there, but it does a separation.
Oh, that's nice.
Automatically, which I like.
And so, personal question, like you're able to comfortably go number 1 and number 2 in your van itself.
This is what I use at night. Everybody does different things for the critters, So these are just those rope lights from Harbor Freight. So I've got one that stays under, and I've got one under the hood here.
Have you had problems with mice?
Not so far. I'll come with.
And maybe because you're proactive. That's
well,
great.
And I also, every 2 weeks, I have a rodent spray that they sell, Tomcat, that they sell at Home Depot. There's other people have used Grandpa Gus. It's off Amazon. I spray around, spray the engine, spray the wheel wells and all that stuff. And then I come along with Awesome, because that's the cleanser I carry. all-purpose cleanser, and I spray right on top of where I sprayed. I think the combination of the two. I don't think they like the smell of the cleanser. I do carry a shower tent. I have a shower, you know, one of those, a sprayer that runs USB rechargeable. And then I have a pop-up little bucket, you know, I can put for water to put that shower head into.
Perfect. This is so organized.
This is my favorite thing. My lady and I put this together because she kind of had one. And so this used to be just a bookshelf kind of thing, and over the years it's mutated into different sizes and stuff. But I do love having a table. All we did was add, because this was just a shelf, and then we just added this. We bought the piece this size, cut that there, and added a hinge. I have 2 more hinges because I'm afraid this will finally go. These are just on hinges, and I like them loose because depending on your slant of how you're parked, you can adjust it some with onto here. And it works really good. You just set a chair here and you can work. Spices and silverware and, you know, and just odds and ends.
I absolutely love how organized you are, and I'm really struck with how much you fit in a space. Can you share with us about the netting?
Yeah, I got the idea from a friend down the way. It's held on with these little magnets that you put your name tags on with. Those things are so strong. I wanted to have a net back here because when I go in to take a nap, I don't want critters being able to hop in. Because sometimes you still want that airflow. You know, I have 2 fans inside, so I can do okay. But I like the feeling of just some airflow. This is just extra sweatshirts and things, and this is Kleenexes and wipes. I carry about 10 gallons of water. So I've got these 2 here and one in between the seats with a USB powered faucet thing, you know. But this one is for when I need to use the desk. It's a regular, got it from Walmart. And
can you tell us about your platform?
Yeah, so it only goes to here. It's just a 3/4 inch plywood. PVC pipe into those flanges.
Is the base secured to anything on the bottom?
No, it's not. I want to be able to take it out.
Sure.
Although I have no seats in it right now. In terms of my solar, all the components are down here. The battery is an SOK battery Bob recommended a while back. It's a 100 amp hour, and then I have everything else down there, all my tapes and all that stuff. But the panels are each 100 watt.
And it looks like the flat panels.
Yeah, those are the flexible flat panels.
How have these worked for you?
Good. I haven't had any problems. It's been 2.5 years. All my solar stuff. This was, I guess, my friend did a really nice job of mounting it all, and he had the board there. He says, well, if you want to paint anything on it, now's your chance. So I did some clouds. So here's the fridge. It's a Bouge RV, 30 quart, I think. I purposely put it on this side so the vents would be going into this well, because in the summertime you don't want that heat going out into that part, that living space. My walking sticks, I love my walking sticks. These are tools like a rake and a shovel and, you know, stuff like that.
Perfect.
These are my craft things. Yeah, last year in the Quart site, I found out about beading, I found out about making jewelry, all this stuff, so I'm hooked. So I'm going to be spending the winter in Quart site again. I'll get there earlier. Took beginning line dancing, loved it.
I'm curious, can you stand on the inside with the high top?
I'm 1 inch shorter than I need to be. I can stand like this, which was fine for me because I just wanted to be able to get dressed or just stretch my back or whatever. But now that they make the taller ones, if I were doing it again, I would get the 14 inch. All these pillows that are in here are storage. There's something in all of them. And this is the thing. There were those wedge pillows, so it was too tall, so I just trimmed some off the bottom so it's not out as far as some of them are.
Oh, great.
But it works great. I lean up against that during the day, and I put it down at night and put my pillow on it. Because I have my sinuses, I sleep better at a slight angle.
What a great idea.
Yeah. Or if you can't get the right slant, when you're in a rest stop or whatever. And up in front here is a suitcase that folds down to this big. This is the name, and it wasn't nearly as expensive, Verage. So the wheels are in here and they just pop onto the bottom.
I love how it's like, this is how to be a nomad for further distances when you're a vehicle nomad.
We all have times when we have to fly somewhere for a reason, to visit family that's, you don't want to keep driving there. So these are most of my camping shoes, like hiking shoes, regular tennis shoes, some hiking sandals, some rain shoes, and just some hang around the camp shoes.
A lot of folks just wonder how to do this. Are you comfortable sharing how you support yourself on the road?
Oh, I'm retired, so I worked for the post office for almost 30 years. They offered an early out and I took it. So
Debbie, I'm curious to hear, a lot of solo females are concerned about safety going out on the road. Any tips or experiences you'd like to share with anyone?
I haven't ever felt threatened at all, even at rest stops or truck stops. I like to camp where I see a few rigs if I'm by myself and I can see them, because especially if there's a lot of them, I feel safer because most people are good. My daughter was worried about when she first heard I was going to go do this. She says, "You need to get a dog, Mom." I wasn't ready to get a dog, so my daughter sent me videos of her dog by the glass patio door barking like crazy at the lawn guys. And so she sent me 2 videos of him, and then so I have those if I want to cue it up and play that if someone's wandering around outside.
What a great idea. I love that.
And I've never had to use them, you know. And sometimes after a while you find people you feel comfortable joining up with, you know, and for a while, but even then we split off because everybody goes different places, especially in the summer. People really go all over. Considering I've never camped and been out in the woods and stuff, I could come here by myself and not feel worried about it, you know.
Excellent. And any regrets?
No, not at all.
Debbie, if there are folks who want to do this but just haven't taken that leap, any advice for them?
I would just go ahead. There's so many ways to find people on the internet. All these Camp With Me, Howas helps, you know, they help you find groups. They have caravan groups.
That reminds me of something you shared with me earlier when we met, about just the joy that you see in women with minivans.
It's been fun. It's really been fun because it's kind of a lot of people already have them, and they're just like a car, easy to park, easy to drive. It's really kind of a cool movement that's become more and more common. There's lots of minivan groups with women in them that you can find. That thing I was going to say is I always have an extra chair for people to stop by and visit. Like that blue one's my current one, because that white one's not real comfortable for someone to lounge around and sit. And then that's my chair over there. But I just feel if people wander by, they want to stop and chat. You know, sometimes I enjoy that at the end of the night, and it's kind of like having your front porch and you talk to the neighbors, you know, when you're in a group. So I find it very therapeutic just to visit with people.
Wonderful. Well, Debbie, thank you so much for giving us the tour of your lovely minivan and sharing your experience.
You know, it's been really nice meeting you. I appreciate what you're doing, because this is how I got started, is watching other people's videos, getting ideas, you know, and it made me think I could do it.
Thank you, Debbie, for sharing your beautiful home on wheels with us. And thanks for watching, folks. Be sure to like this video, comment, and subscribe to our channel. We'll see you next time.